Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims proudly presents another Week 15 game in the HTFL, the Hometown Football League. Baltimore traveling to New England, and my record for New England is incorrect, so let me correct that. It is 7-5, not 7-6. Baltimore has already clinched a playoff spot. New England, if they win, they will knock Miami out of the playoffs, who are currently 5-9. So the eighth win for New England would make it mathematically impossible for the Dolphins to come back into the playoff fold. The line is even on the game. Baltimore coming in with a 5-game win streak. 35 degrees at Foxborough Stadium. Wind is 5 to 15 miles per hour, and no precipitation being reported. I will play as New England. The computer will play as Baltimore. New England won the toss, and they'll let their defense out first. It's going to be Johnny Unitas and Tom Brady, a marquee matchup. Brian Billick will be the coach for Baltimore, and I had to do a double check because the names of the coaches are so similar. Bill Belichick, of course, coaching the New England Patriots, except I'm actually coaching the New England Patriots today. It is Lewis, Hildenbrand, and Laird back deep for Baltimore in the white, New England in the blue, and we get this started. Jermaine Lewis, a 24-yard return to the 26, and will set up Baltimore's offense. Lewis and Joe Washington are your running backs. It's going to be Moore and Roger Carr, Lenny Moore and Roger Carr, your running back wideouts. Heap and Unitas are a good combination. Heap's the tight end, Unitas is the quarterback, and the offensive line, Ogden, Yanda, Curry, Barwigen, and Vogel. For New England, their front four, McGinnis, Seymour, Wilfork, and Adams. Their linebackers are Tippett, Brown, and Vrabel. The defensive backfield, Haynes, Law, McCourty, and Malloy. And let's see what Johnny U does here on 1st and 10. Noticing that Baltimore's wide receiver core is a bit decimated. Torrey Smith's going to enter the game as the third wide receiver. So let's see where he is lining up. There's Lenny Moore on top there. And he's up against a linebacker again. We have seen teams in the HTFL do this, because Moore can play running back and wide out. They put a linebacker out to him, and it's usually been with disastrous results. Torrey Smith is the split end on the right side on 2nd and 10. This is Jamal Lewis gaining 2. We'll take a look at Baltimore's record real fast. They were 4-4 after 8 weeks of play, and then they seem to have been ignited by a 48-31 win against Tampa Bay on a Monday night. Then they beat San Diego 16-13. New Orleans 32-16, 35-21 over Denver, 35-24 over Cincinnati. This sets up 3rd and 8 at the 28. And it's Lewis on a draw. He gains 5. Law on the tackle. For New England, they will get the ball on the punt, barring any trickeration. And this is going to be a decent return for Heron, 11 yards. The punt went 50, so the net 39. Setting up the New England offense, Cunningham and Collins are your running backs. Welker and Edelman at wideout. Gronk the tight end. Brady the quarterback. Of course, those two now playing with Tampa Bay. Gray, Hanna, Coppin, Menkins, and Armstrong in the offensive line. You got 4 10s in the Baltimore defensive lineup. Marchetti, Nagata, Lipscomb, and Donovan. Hendricks, Lewis, and Suggs are your linebackers. McAllister, Keene, Reed, a 10-plus safety, and Volk are your defensive backs. And on 1st and 10, we're going to go off tackle right to Cunningham. A gain of 3. We take a look at New England's resume. They started out pretty good. Actually, no, I take that back. They have been teetering around the 500 mark all season, starting with the 23-10 loss to New York in Week 1. Then they came back Mount San Francisco, who was proven to be a good team, at a 10-7 score there. And they have all year they have been either one game over, one game under, or at 500. The defense has been doing a little bit better than the offense. They're fourth in points surrendered at 20.8. Number one in defensive yards surrendered at 301.7. The rushing average is 3.6. That is the league best right now. And the yards per play also the league best, only giving up 4.8 a play. Pitch right Cunningham, 2nd and 7. And we have a fumble on the play. It is recovered by New England, and Wes Welker was Johnny on the spot, gaining 4. And it was Ed Reed stripping the ball out there for Baltimore. Baltimore, I should point out, a combination of the Baltimore Colts before their move to Indianapolis and the Baltimore Ravens after they moved, after they stopped becoming the first incarnation of the Cleveland Browns. 3rd and 3. We'll go Welker on the short out. Remember that New England is going into the wind for the first quarter, and they will be for the fourth. That's incomplete, deflected by Marchetti, Gino Marchetti, and New England will have to punt. New England wins, they stay alive in the playoff hunt in the Eastern Conference, and they knock out Miami. Ryan Allen back to punt. Baltimore has already clinched a playoff spot for themselves. And that's a gain of 36 on the punt. The return goes 7, the net 29. 11-12 left opening quarter. We have no score. 1st and 10. Unitas throwing. And a nice catch there by Heap, who gains 18. McCourty makes the tackle for the Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 46. A sack by Seymour. Well, I didn't see at all sacking Unitas, but he not only sacked Unitas, he injured himself on the play, and he is out for the gain. So I believe that is Jones, Chandler Jones, coming in to replace Seymour. And this sets up a 2nd and 20. The loss was a big one. That's over the middle. The Heap incomplete. A 3rd and 20 at the 44 of Baltimore. Unitas again running, and he was hurt, and he will remain in the game. Tippett on a sack, and get the smelling salts for Johnny U. They say he injured his finger. We'll keep an eye on him the rest of the game. 4th and 28. Ball being punted back to New England. Herron, a fair catch at the 13. The punt went 51. No score, 5 minutes into the first quarter. Trap right Cunningham on 1st and 10 from the 13. He gets to the 15 and gains 2 yards. This is going to set up a 2nd and 8 at the 15. They'll go 3 wide. They're going to look to Gronk on a medium hitch. Brady throws. Cunningham intended for him, but nobody got a finger on it. 3rd and 8. They're going to look to Glenn on a medium cross. Terry Glenn. See what he can do here. That's a nice catch. Slants his way to the middle of the field. Stukes on the tackle. A gain of 16. Yeah, the Patriots are going to throw successfully. They're going to look to the side. Tom Keene is defending. He's 21. Right now he's matched up against Edelman, and they'll go to Edelman's way on a slant. He got it. A pickup of 14. That sets up 1st and 10 at the 45 now. Cunningham. A sweep to the right side. And Cunningham past midfield into Baltimore territory. A gain of 8 at the 47. So New England now crossing the 50-yard line, and they are in good shape. And again, a reminder, they knock out Miami with a win. And I didn't think of what would happen if they tied. We haven't had a tie yet in the HTFL. Cunningham, a 1-yard loss. Suggs on the tackle, as we are now past the midway point, quarter number 1. Gronkowski, a medium hitch in double tight end formation. Brady is picked off, and that is Ed Reed They're looking at the replay here.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. Interception.
And the Ravens get a break. Ed Reed, his first pick of the year. A 1st and 10 at the New England 44. Unitas throwing. And New England taketh after they giveth away. Malloy with his first pick of the year. And he returned it 7 yards to the 24. So each quarterback in turn has thrown an interception. Collins, a dive play. So let's not have 3 turnovers in a row. A gain of 2. And McAllister makes the tackle. 2nd and 8 at the 26. Edelman. Medium cross, but a marker before the play.
False start. Offense. Number 74, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
That was Gray, a false start, setting up a 2nd and 13. We'll go Cunningham on a screen pass. As Brady tries to get the passing game going. Incomplete. Brady is 2 for 6 for 30 yards. Edelman, a medium slant on 3rd and 13. And that's a 1st down. To pick up a 15. Keene on the tackle. A nice throw by Brady. And they'll go back to Tony Collins off tackle right. The fullback, 33. Played on that Super Bowl 20 team. No gain. Art Donovan came in. Made the tackle. A 2nd and 10 now. See if the Pats can get anything going. A medium fly to Glenn, which we're going to go slant to Edelman instead. He looks to be open. He is. Across the 50 and a gain of 17 to the Baltimore 47. Brady now 4 for 8. Unitas has started 1 out of 3, by the way. 18 yards and that 1 pick. Off tackle left, which we're going to change to a screen. This will be Cunningham. Moves and counter moves by these teams and these brilliant coaching minds. That's a screen for 23 yards. Stiff-armed Volk, and Keene finally got him down at the 24. A gain of 23. 2:45 left, opening quarter. It is 0-0 right now, but that could soon change. This is a sweep to Collins. He gained a little bit off the right side, going towards the sidelines, and Nagata made the tackle, a gain at the 5. Gain of 5 to the 19. 2nd and 5. Welker. Actually, we're going to go Gronk on a short cross. This Baltimore pass defense, tough. It's a dump to Cunningham instead, a gain of 9. 1st and goal at the 10. Edelman, short cross. He's on it, and that's 6 points. Julian Edelman, and the 21st touchdown for Tom Brady. I was thinking of Diamond Jim Brady for some reason. Your extra point. Good by Gaskowski, not to be confused with Gronkowski, and it is 7-0 in favor of the Patriots with 32 seconds left in the opening quarter. This will be an angled kick to Lewis, but it's going to be taken by one of the up men, who we will identify in a moment. That is Hillenbrand, who gained 31 yards to the 34. 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, Lenny Moore is being guarded by a linebacker, and that looks like that could be a big mistake. Gain of 5 by Washington. We reached the end of the quarter. It is 7-0 in favor of Baltimore. Take a quick pause. And we're back. 7 plays. That's all that has been run by Baltimore. They have gained 12 yards. New England 19 for a $127. As we officially end the first quarter, now Baltimore with a wind disadvantage, and New England will have the wind advantage. 2nd and 5 at the 39. Here's Lewis. He picks up 6. Setting up 1st and 10 at the 45. Lewis, 3 carries, 13 yards so far on the day. And then around to Lenny Moore. And that's no gain. Tippett makes the stop. Setting up 2nd and 10 at the 45. Unitas over the middle to Heap, incomplete.
Pass interference, defense. Number 24, automatic. First down.
But as you heard there, Ty Law interfering with the pass reception. So it is 1st and 10 at the 39. Unitas throwing. Looking for Heap. McCourty batted it away. 2nd and 10 at the 39. With 13:21 to go. This is Lenny Moore again on the reverse, and they nail him. Loss of 8. Rabel on the tackle. Here's a replay of that, and Moore just had no chance. 3rd and 18. Ball at the 47. Unitas will have to throw deep here. He's got it. That is Smith. A gain of 24. And Unitas threw for 361 last week against Cincinnati. Good to know. 1st and 10 at the New England 22. Lewis straight ahead for 7 yards. Haynes making the tackle for the Pats. A 2nd and 3 at the 16. Lewis again. He'll be close to the first, but a fumble. Roger Carr, recovered the fumble. The play, all told, gained 2 yards, and John Mackey comes in on a 3rd and 1. You'll see him up here. He is 88, and Todd Heap 86. 3rd and a yard from the 14. Lewis short of the first. No gain. Nelson making the stop. And the Ravens are going to go for it. 4th and a yard at the 14. They think they can get a yard here. They do not.
Holding. Offense. Number 24. 10-yard penalty.
Lenny Moore held. They'll decline that penalty and take the ball. 1st and 10 at the 14. This is going to be a play-action long fly to Edelman. As again, they want to test. Keene deflected off of Volk and incomplete. Off tackle right. This is going to be a medium fly to Welker, because Baltimore was playing short and tight. That was overthrown. Incomplete. Brady now 7 out of 13. Screen to Cunningham on 3rd and 10. Cunningham get to the first down. No, he cannot. A gain of 9. Stukes making the tackle. So Ryan Allen will punt. Nice punt by Allen of 52 yards. Lewis with the fair catch. 8:31 left in the half. It is 7-0 Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 25. Unitas to Heap. He will have first down yardage. A pickup of 13. McCourty on the stop. 1st and 10 at the 38. Unitas throws incomplete.
Illegal motion. Offense. Number 24, 5-yard penalty.
Moore, legal motion, 1st and 15 at the 33. A give to Lewis, and a tackle of 3 yards. Rabel on the stop. A 2nd and 12 now at the 36. Midway through the second quarter now. This is Washington, Joe Washington, who gains 6. 3rd and 6 at the 42. Of course, he had a 1978. He had a very famous Monday night game where he scored touchdowns in a variety of ways. Unitas scrambled, got the first, a pickup of 7. 1st and 10 at the 49. We have 6 minutes exactly now left in the quarter. Washington stuffed for a loss. 4 yards. He loses, and it's 2nd and 14 at the 45. Unitas with time and an incompletion. Looking for Roger Carr. 3rd and 14 now. This is completed to Heap, and he's got the first down at the New England 40. A 1st and 10 from there. Long throw. Almost caught by Roger Carr. Ty Law got in the way of that. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 40 still. Incomplete. Carr was the intended receiver. Deflected by Wilfork. Setting up 3rd and 10 at the 40. Incomplete. 4th and 10. I'll watch for the fake punt just based on field position. And it's out of bounds at the 5. Punt went 35 yards. Of course, New England won 6 Super Bowls in the 2000s and 2010s, and Baltimore won Super Bowl 5. And then as the Ravens, they won 2 Super Bowls, one in Super Bowl 35, which was 2001, and then again Super Bowl 47 in 2013 over the 49ers. So 9 Super Bowls between these two teams won. Off tackle right, Cunningham. They start from their own 5. He bounces to the right side, picks up 2. Donovan on the tackle. Cunningham so far 6 carries for 18, 3 rushes for 41. Cross to Welker. That's completed to Gronk on a check down. He gains 7 yards, and it is 3rd in the yard at the 14. Just have Brady sneak it. But a blitz is coming. We'll see. Brady get the first. He got it. And it's a 1st and 10 at the 15. We'll go to the 2-minute warning with the 7-0 New England lead. A fly to Terry Glenn. Blitz coming. So we're going to change it to a slant to Edelman. Mr. Edelman. Incomplete.
Offsides, defense. Number 83, 5-yard penalty.
Hendricks called for the offsides. 1st and 5. Each team with its full complement of timeouts at 3 each. Fly to Gronk. Medium fly. That's incomplete. And it's 2nd and 5 now. We'll go medium out to Edelman. Incomplete again. Let's go for 3 incomplete passes in a row. What do you say? We'll look for Edelman on a medium pass. He's got it. A 1st down to pick up a 14. I'll call timeout with 1:37 to go. Screen it to Cunningham. We'll go no huddle after this if it's caught. It is a gain of 6. Irving Fryer, a short cross on 2nd and 4 from the 40. Taking a lot of time.
Pass interference, defense. Number 21, 5-yard penalty, automatic. 1st down.
Taking a lot of time for New England to cross the 50, and they still haven't yet. The ball's at the 45. We'll go 3 wide. Look to Gronk again on a medium hitch. Buck 11 to go. That's open. There goes Gronk. Gain of 26. Stukes on the tackle for Baltimore, and New England calls timeout number 2. They will have 1 left. Ball is at the 29 now. Glenn, medium pass. Over the middle and caught, a gain of 13. We'll go no huddle. Short out to Gronk. He's got it. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He is in. Touchdown, New England. With 38 seconds left in the half. Brady to Gronk. 14-0 as Gostkowski hits the point after. 38 seconds left. We'll kick at an angle again. Lewis. Try to block some of those kickoff coverage lanes, and he is tackled by Spikes at the 24. And it's 1st and 10 for Baltimore at the 31-second mark. Baltimore all 3 timeouts left. Washington on a screen. He's past the 40. Picks up 17. And with 19 seconds left, Baltimore uses the timeout. They have 2 remaining. Ball to 41. Unitas going deep. looking for Lenny Moore, incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 41. Screen, incomplete. 4 seconds left, so this is where you play deep. 3-1 quarter, deep zone, prevent. So if Unitas just chucks it here, you're covered. Incomplete, looking for Lewis, and we are at halftime. The score is New England 14 and Baltimore nothing. I will take a brief respite and be right back to you, folks. So stand by, please. The noted philosopher Homer Simpson once said, "Does whiskey count as beer? I kind of wonder if Pepsi counts as Coke." 14-0, the Patriots leading, and we go to the third quarter now. Baltimore up to an even 100 yards on the day. 30 plays they have called. New England, 32 plays, 221 yards, and we'll get things ready for the start of the second half. New England holds on. Miami is eliminated from playoff contention. We have 16 of these 32 teams that are going to make the playoffs. And with the NFL expanding this year to 14 teams, I have a feeling this is where they will eventually go with a 16-team playoff tournament. Herron, Garrett, and Maroney back deep for New England. It's an onside kick, and Baltimore recovers. Rakeshar. Very alert play by Baltimore to go for the onside kick to start the second half, and Baltimore, the Ravens, wisely and righteously get the ball. 1st and 10 at the 45. Unitas, you wonder if this is going to fire up the team a little bit. Quickly, they go to Heap, who picks up 14. Law hurt, twisted an ankle, but he will stay in the game. A 1st and 10 at the 41. Unitas, incomplete, looking for Heap. McCourty all over him. And Unitas, yes, he is having an off day. He is only 6 of 17 for 101 yards. He has thrown 1 interception. 2nd and 10. They give to Lewis on a draw, and Malloy stuffs it, a 2-yard loss. And that'll make it 3rd and 12. The ball at the 43. Unitas, a throw, incomplete, looking for Heap. May have been intercepted. I will challenge.
The ruling on the field stands. Incomplete. A timeout will be charged.
We lose our challenge and we lose 1 timeout. So it's going to be 4th and 12. I'll watch for the fake because it is from the 43-yard line. They might want to try something there. And the kick goes out of bounds. The punt. Mendenhall snapped it to Koch. And the punt goes to the 10-yard line, and that's where New England sets up shop. We'll go Cunningham, trap left. On 1st down, back to the line, and that is all. Stretch, Cunningham. No, not the Archie Bunker character. It's going to be a stretch play to Cunningham. Baltimore playing deep and loose, so the run should be effective here, but it's not. Gain of 2 yards only. James Cronwell played Stretch Cunningham for all you 70s TV buffs on All in the Family. A fly to Welker on 3rd and 8. Instead, it was thrown underneath to Collins, a gain of 6. 4th and 2. And Ryan Allen will punt the ball away. Line of scrimmage being the 18. That's a nice punt, which backed Lewis up a little bit, 49 yards. Nelson makes the tackle on special teams, and Baltimore sets up shop. 1st and 10 at their own 36. 14-0, New England leading. Still plenty of time for Baltimore to get back into it. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. The ball at the 36 still. But the problem with Baltimore is that their receivers have been injured. A gain of 6. Law hurt again. His return probable. So in goes Claiborne, Raymond Claiborne. and 8 corner, and he will be entered into the fray. 3rd and 4, penalty.
Encroachment defense. Number 55, 5-yard penalty.
That's a first down for Baltimore. McGinnis giving Baltimore the little gift there. Kind of like the McDonald's gift cards of old, where they looked like checks and you could give them to people. 1st and 10 at the 47. Came in handy during Christmas time.
Encroachment defense. Number 55, 5-yard penalty.
Gain of 2. Wiped out as McGinnis got hit with encroachment, so it's going to be 1st and 5 instead of 2nd and 8. Ball at the 48. That's a gain of 12 yards by Joe Washington. Joe Washington now 5 carries and 19 yards. He had 1 catch for 17. It's a 1st and 10 at the 36 of New England. Lewis straight ahead, 5 yards. 2nd and 5 at the 31. I never got a McDonald's gift card, by the way. And no gain. And you could see old commercials on YouTube of the McDonald's gift cards or gift checks that they had. And it kind of looked cool. 3rd and 5 at the 31. The things I go into when I'm doing an HTFL game. Lenny Moore finally on the board, a gain of 17. That is actually his first catch of the day. He had 2 rushes for minus 8 yards. Brown on the tackle for the Pats, and the ball is at the New England 14. This is how Baltimore is going to get back in the game, I think. Lewis, gain of 9. Just running the ball, just being patient, just getting a few yards here and a few yards there. 9th play of the drive, speaking of patience. Joe Washington, no gain. Adams on the tackle. 3rd and a yard. Ball at the 5. And this is going to be no gain. Actually, a 3-yard loss for Washington, tackled by Brown. So Baltimore will have to settle for 3. Good. A 25-yard kick for Tucker. It's 14-3. Thing about these long drives is you want to get 7 points when you do them, because if you go a long way and only get 3, it's not very helpful. Heron back deep, Garrett and Mulroney, the upbacks. This will be a touchback. Nice kick there on the kickoff team. Off tackle right. I'm assuming Tucker did it, but they could have a kickoff man who does it. So let's look and see if Baltimore has a kickoff specialist. No, Tucker does the kicking on the kickoffs. 1-yard loss. Suggs tackles Cunningham. Quick pitch to Cunningham. There he goes. Just back to the line. Keene will be out 15 plays. Stukes is going to come in and play corner. So this could be a favored matchup for New England. You have Edelman on Stukes. In fact, let's set that up right now. A medium cross to Edelman. Baltimore was playing a prevent defense, and they go underneath to Collins, who only gained 6. So Baltimore gets the ball back. 4:20 left. Allen, a deep punt. A nice punt. Might have outkicked the coverage. The punt went 56. Lewis returned at 9, so the net was 47. 3:41 now left, 3rd quarter. Baltimore, the Ravens trailing the Patriots 14-3. The Ravens are going to the playoffs, regardless of what happens these next 3 weeks. Moore gains 1 on a reverse. Didn't really think it fooled the Patriots. A 2nd and 9 at the 29. Again, you got a linebacker on Moore, so why don't you throw to him? Gain of 7. That was to Joe Washington. 3rd and 2 at the 36. Washington, of course, would have success with the Washington Redskins. And I think he went on and became a sports anchor for one of the Atlanta TV stations at one point. 4th and 2. We'll watch for the fake punt. And it's going to be a fair catch. And that is caught by Heron. Actually, no, he let it roll dead at the 14. The punt went 50 yards, no return. So New England, sensing they're going to have to win this on the line of scrimmage, they have a double tight end set. It's going to be a trap left Cunningham, but a blitz is called. So it's going to be a slant to Welker out of the double tight end set. Incomplete. Setting up 2nd and 10 at the 14. They'll go try Cunningham again on a trap left. Little bit of a hole, but not much. 3rd and 8. Gronkowski, a medium hitch, which we're going to turn into a slant by Edelman. He is open, and look at him go. 40, 50, past the 40 to the 36. Gain of 48, and Edelman now over 100 yards on the day. Brady, 255 yards throwing, 17 of 26. He has 1 pick and 2 touchdowns. Trap left Cunningham. Back to the line. Actually gained a yard. Well, look at Edelman. Again, you see this a lot in the HTFL where the receivers, because there's a lot of focus on the running game, and you don't see receivers, big name receivers, make a lot of catches. Edelman in real life had 87 catches for 943 in this season, with 2 more games left to go, including this one. Actually, 3 games left, including this. He has 35 catches for 419. That's what he had coming into the game. You add today's totals, he's 41 for... Actually, he was at 410 before the game started. He'd be at 528, and he's got 3 touchdowns. He's out of Kent State. 2nd and 9. And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. It is 14-3 in favor of the Pats. The Baltimore team, the Ravens, 46 plays, 166 yards. New England, 42 plays for 285, each team with 1 turnover. And we start period number 4. Cunningham, trapped to the right side on 2nd and 9, gained a little bit, 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7. They're going to look to Gronk here. He caught it, but let's check the penalty marker. A gain of 12, it would be a first down.
Encroachment, defense,
and it will be.
Number 89, 5-yard penalty.
Brady keeping the Baltimore defense, the vaunted Baltimore defense, off guard. 4 10s in the lineup. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 9s, an 8 and a 7. Stukes matched up against Glenn, and I have a feeling that's where we should go. A medium crossing route. Remember, New England throwing into the wind. There's Glenn, and he's got a touchdown. Brady's 3rd of the day. (20-3). Your point after try is good by Gostkowski. 21-3 with 14:04 now left in the game, unless we go overtime, which looks unlikely now. Baltimore kick steep. New England kick steep. It's a touchback. Lydell Mitchell and Lamar Davis will enter the game in the 4-wide set. A 1st and 10 from the 20. Unitas over the middle, a nice grab by Smith,
Holding, offense,
but it will
number
come back.
10-yard penalty.
Ogden holding, a 1st and 20 from the 10. This is Lydell Mitchell gaining 2. 2nd and 18 at the 12 now. Tomorrow we got another big game. Nice grab there by Moore, 21 yards. Moore has 2 grabs now for 38. Unitas, an off day by anybody's standards, 9 out of 23, 145 yards. 1st and 10 at the 33. We got another matchup with the East Conference against the North Conference. We got New York traveling to Green Bay. Both teams 10-3, so one of these teams is going to emerge and with their 11th win, unless we have a tie. 2nd and 4 at the 39. That'll be another big game. Gain of a yard for Lionel Mitchell. A 3rd and 3 at the 40. Unitas, Moore. Gain of 15, and Tippett makes the tackle. Barwigen out for the game at right guard. So Ben Grubbs, you see him there out of Auburn, comes in. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the New England 45. Unitas, a throw, an incompletion, looking to Mitchell. Unitas 11 out of 26. The New England defense giving them fits all day. 2nd and 10 at the 45. That is Mitchell gaining 14 yards over the middle. McCourty on the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 31. The throw, an incompletion. A 2nd and 10, the ball at the 31. Unitas. Carr, 6 points. Touchdown number 30 on the year for for Unitas, as he finds Roger Carr. And they're keeping the offense on the field for a 2-point try. Lewis, no. So the score will stay 21-9. Now, if I'm the team coaching Baltimore, I would kick the extra point, get it to 10. Then if you score again, you go for 2, get it to 18 possibly, and then you kick a field goal. Or you kick a field goal and then you go for 2. Obviously, you'd want to go for 2 there. 9:41 now left in the game. An onside kick we will watch for, but the kick goes to the end zone and a touchback. Dive for Cunningham. This will be his 12th carry of the day, but
offense number 87, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
Gronk with the false start. That aborts that mission. We'll go Edelman again, medium cross on 1st and 15. Edelman, did he get the first? No, just short. And Tom Brady over 300 on the day, 302 in yardage. A 2nd and 1 at the 29. Here's where we get a little sneaky. It's going to be play action, long fly to Wes Welker. There's the throw over his head. Welker and Brady have not been on the same page all day, or so it seems. They'll go full house. They'll give it to Maroney. On 3rd down, he'll get the 1st down, and he's got a lot of yardage in front of him. 50, 40, 30. And he is downed at the 22. Pickup of 49, his longest rush of the year. And now they're at the Baltimore 22, so they stay in the full house. They'll give it to Maroney again, off tackle left. You do it right the first time, you should get it again, and he does. A gain of 8. And Maroney, who has not been used much, just got a season high of 57 yards receiving. Give it to him again, why not? Actually, that's not what's the plan going to be. It's going to be a medium hitch to Gronk on 2nd and 2. Underneath to Tony Collins, he gains 7 yards. Brady now a season high in passing. He is at 309. Cunningham, dive play on 1st and goal from the 7. Touchdown, Sam Bam Cunningham. So the Patriots with a quick answer after surrendering a touchdown. Here's your extra point try. That is by Gostkowski. It is good. 28-9 with 6:14 to go. Lewis, Hildenbrand, and Laird back deep. And this is Hildenbrand. No, that was Lewis, actually. Gained 22 yards to the 20. He took it 2 yards deep in his own end zone. So the Ravens down 28-9, 6:08 to go. 1st and 10. Double reverse to Roger Carr. I take that back. It was to Davis. Lamar Davis. And you see him there. He wears 51. And he played on the 48 Baltimore Colts of the AAFC. That's why his number is so unusual as a wideout. 1st and 10 at the 32. That's over the middle to Lenny Moore. And Lenny Moore gains 45 yards to the 23. And you see a number 10. The picture is not correct. Bob Davis, who played on the Boston Yanks in 1944. He was a quarterback, and he also played running back, and he was also known to throw a few passes. In real life, he was 4 for 9, and he has not thrown a pass yet in this game or any other game in the HTFL. A 1st and 10 at the 23. Screen. Lydell Mitchell gains 6. Tippett on the stop. A 2nd and 4 at the 17. And the Boston Yanks were owned by the owner of the singer Kate Smith, the business manager of Kate Smith. And they called them the Boston Yanks. Now, considering baseball, how unusual that would be. 3rd and 4 at the 17. Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees. Because there were hopes that the team would eventually move to New York and that way be called the New York Yanks. But that never happened for this ownership group, and they eventually had to merge with another team that was briefly operating in 1944, the Brooklyn Tigers. 4th and 4 at the 17. Unitas. Mitchell, a 1st down, a pickup of 11. 1st and goal at the 6. So the picture of Bob Davis is incorrect, but there was a Bob Davis. 1st and goal at the 6, who played in the 40s. Unitas could just walk it in. Touchdown, touchdown Ravens. 28-15, they'll kick the extra point. Now here you would want to go for 2 and you go for 1. Tucker's extra point good, and it's 28-16 with 3:54 to go. Onside kick, recovered by Maroney, and the Patriots get set up in good field position. Maroney, by the way, had 2 carries for 57 yards, so we'll go full house and give it to him again. And he is stuffed at the line, 1 yard gain, and that is it. 3:41, we'll go slow, and we'll go to Cunningham, trap right. Just keep it between the hash marks here, or as much as possible. Gain of 3, 2:55 left. And this is going to be the old stretch play to Maroney. He'll be getting 3 yards on that. Needed 6. We'll go to the 2. It's 28-16 Patriots. They have 2 timeouts left. The Ravens with 3. And with the ball at the 41, we're going to put a pooch punt on for Allen. But he got a little oomph into that ball. And it's a touchback. So it's 1st and 10 at the 20. The Ravens need 2 scores in a very short period of time. Incomplete. Intended for Mitchell. Unitas' bad day continuing, 16 out of 35 for 268. An interception and a touchdown. Pitch. And I don't know what Unitas was doing there. Got flushed out of the pocket and threw a pass, and McGinnis swatted it down. A 3rd and 10 at the 20. Unitas finds Lenny Moore. A gain of 15, and Moore with a 113-yard receiving day. I'm not aiding the Ravens calling timeouts for them. Baltimore calls their first. They have 2 left. 1:26 to go. Screen. Looked like a screen. To Mitchell, who gained 4 yards. Mitchell, 5 catches to 36. He has 2 carries for 8 yards. A 2nd and 6 at the 39. Down the sidelines goes Roger Carr, and he got out of bounds at the 42. So Unitas goes over the 300-yard mark himself. He's at 306. First and 10 at the New England 42. Baltimore showing a lot of resilience. That's caught, and that's a touchdown to Roger Carr. 42 yards, his longest catch of the year. 28-22. So you kick the extra point here, it's good. Now it comes down to an onside kick. It's 28-23. And here we go. I'll watch for the onside. That's all I can do. And the Patriots have it. Now the Ravens have 2 timeouts, so we're going to make them use them. Cunningham on a dive. A fumble recovered by New England. Edelman picked it up. Play loses a yard. 2nd and 11. The ball at the 47. Hang on to that ball, Sam. Here's a dive play. Gains 4. New England calls their last timeout. Brady will take a knee, and that should do it. It does. It was New England 28 and Baltimore 23. Your MVP, I would guess, would be Brady. It was. Nice back and forth game. It was 21-3. New England early in the third, and Baltimore with a game comeback. They got it to 28-23. But New England wins, so Miami is now knocked out of the playoffs. And I forgot to go over the team stats and the player stats, so we will do that. Very close. 416 the total yardage for Baltimore, 414 for New England. New England perfect in the red zone, double perfect because it was 3 touchdowns on 3 trips. Baltimore 2 out of 3, a touchdown and a field goal. Baltimore held at 32-04. 9 penalties in the game, so well played. 68 plays called by Baltimore, 57 by New England, but they didn't need too many. Brady was the best passer, 21 of 31, 309, a 118.9 rating. Leading rusher was Maroney, who came in late in the game and got some nice yardage. 61 on 4 carries, a 49-yard gain at one point in the fourth quarter. We had Julian Edelman at 132 on the day, 7 catches. Lenny Moore had 5 catches for 113. The leading tackler was McCourty of New England with 11. So Miami is out of the running to make the playoffs, as New England is now 8-6, and they will wait on the St. Louis-Cleveland game to find out where they're going in terms of the playoffs. I don't think St. Louis and New England played each other during the course of the season or are scheduled to. They did not. So it would go to the net point situation. St. Louis at 59 right now, and New England at 27. So if St. Louis loses by less than 32 points, they would be the 3 seed. If they win, they would still be the 3 seed. And let's check the tie between Washington and St. Louis. If Washington and St. Louis ended up tied, right now Washington would get the nod on division record. They are 3-2, and St. Louis 2-3. Dallas could really get back in the fray at 8-6, but they need help. New England beat Dallas earlier in the year on head-to-head. As for Baltimore, as I've said, their place in the playoffs is secure. They're 9-5. Cleveland can get to 9-5 if they beat St. Louis. Cleveland and Baltimore play again next week. That'll probably be one of the games we wind up doing. And it was Baltimore losing to Cleveland 23-16 when they met in their 6th game. So if Cleveland won that, they would have the head-to-head sweep, and they would win the tiebreaker if they wound up tied. But now, Baltimore at 9-5, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati already out. Chicago hanging in. Chicago would be eliminated if Minnesota and Cleveland both won their games. And speaking of games coming up, New York and Green Bay tomorrow, Minnesota and San Francisco on Thursday, and on Friday it's going to be the game we were just mentioning, St. Louis traveling to Cleveland. So I hope you enjoyed these last 55 minutes or so. This has been Big Paulie coming to you. We wish you well no matter where you are and no matter where you may be and when you see this. Godspeed and God bless. We'll do it all again soon, and bye-bye for now, everybody.